Coach David Alexander here, and I had a question from my YouTube channel. One of my subscribers, Squiggly Waffles. He wanted to learn some elbow strikes. So I'm going to show him some elbow strikes. But with me, in my teaching, I always say the target is more important than the technique. So I can have the best elbow strikes in the world, but if I'm just hitting their chest or hitting some part of their body that isn't going to cause a reaction, then I'm just, what I call it, just punching meat. If I'm just punching the front of the face, I'm just punching meat. I'm going to strike targets, vagus nerves, tracheas, solar plexus, right? Groin, okay? I want to strike specific targets. If I'm boxing in a sport, I still want to hit the mandible, right? I want to hit the back of the jaw, okay? Or the back of the ear. I just don't want to be punching bone in the face. What's that going to do? If I focus on striking that chin, I'm going to hit it. It's just like throwing darts. I don't just aim at the dartboard. I might even miss the whole dartboard, but I aim at the bullseye, and I'll definitely hit the dartboard, but more than likely I'll hit that bullseye too. So that's what it is. So elbow strikes. When I had my MMA gym, I would teach these 5 elbows. So you go from 1 to the back, 2 is over the top, open palm, the thumb goes to your chest, and you go over the top. So that sets up 3 across. My thumb is going to my chest with an open hand. 3, okay? 4 is up, 5 is up. So we start with our hand open. 1 to the back, 2 over the top, 3 across, 4 up, 5 up. And the 4 is like I'm greasing my hair back. 4, 5. Okay, so that's just kind of elbows you can practice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's do the 1. So here's 1, 1. Boom. They might be right behind you, grabbing your hair or something. 1, right? Right into the solar plexus. Don't just try to punch him in the chest or the stomach. He might have an iron stomach. But the solar plexus strike, there's really not a whole lot of muscle there that you can put your hand right there and push in. It's uncomfortable. Now just slam an elbow into it and they're in a lot of trouble. So that's the 1, 1, 2, boom. I can come over the top. If it's a street fight, I could cut. Cause a cut, right? Another thing you want to do, if I'm coming down with a number 2 elbow, I drop my weight. Drop it. So I just collapse down. Boom, that puts more power into it. 2, 3, I can come into the ribs. 1, 2, 3 into the ribs. 1, 2, 3 into the side of the head. Actually, what I'm aiming for is this mandible right here. Right down the chin line. Boom. So I can catch the back of the ear or the mandible, break his jaw, cause him to knock out. 3, 4, elbow strike again. 5, another elbow strike. You can also, depending on the height of the person, come up under, boom, into the mandible there. 3. Okay, so let's do those again. Here's 1, elbow strike, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So those are just elbows you can practice. And focus on hitting those targets, trachea, boom, solar plexus, the ribs on the side here, the back of the ear, the mandible. Focus on those, okay? I mean, if I do a spike down, bam, I could break the collarbone right here. Depending on how tall they are, or if you're on the ground or not, I could still break a collarbone if I'm straddling them. Oh, dude, it's usually one elbow sets up the next elbow. But it doesn't mean that's what you're going to use in a fight. So if I'm in just a street fight, I don't want to kill this person, I just want to street fight. Now I say don't ever do that, of course, because the unintended consequences of you street fighting are you going to jail, you accidentally killing somebody, okay? So I don't ever say street fight. But some people want to learn that, so I teach it. Okay, so if I'm doing an elbow, you can just do a quick turn. Quick turn. Quick turn. I can do the ribs, right? Elbow to the ribs, elbow to the ribs. I can do this, the number 4, but to the solar plexus. And what I'm also doing is I always try to step into my target. It gives me more power. If I'm just here trying to do this, what good is that going to do? Step and strike. Step and strike. Okay? I can also rotate through here. If I do want to kill the guy, this trachea could do it, because they're going to die through blunt force trauma, blood loss, or asphyxiation. If I crush that trachea, then it collapses the windpipe, and now he can't get air, so he's going to asphyxiate and die. So that's that elbow. It's just a straight elbow. And I'm trying to catch him with my bone. All right? If I miss the trachea, I still hit the mandible. I can still knock him out. I don't want to hit up here. That's not going to do much damage, except it could break his nose. It could definitely stop a street fight, but you also don't want to get hurt. Elbow to the solar plexus. Elbow to the ribs, right? Okay? So those are elbow strikes. Now that's if they're standing up. So you can always do a downward elbow if they're on the ground, into the groin, into the solar plexus, into the neck, right? Okay, so make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, tell your friends, buy my DVD, howtokillwithyourhands.com, or my online program, selfdefensemadrealeasy.com. Okay, see ya.